Everyone knows how Rome conquered Carthage, Egypt, and Gaul, but what about the lands beyond the Black Sea? Few remember that Roman legions invaded the Caucasus, where they faced proud kingdoms like Colchis, Iberia, Armenia, and Albania. This is the story of a forgotten frontier and the mountain kings who dared to resist Rome. The Caucasus was far more than a distant mountain range. It was the intersection of empires, the bridge between Rome and Persia, Europe and Asia. Whoever controlled this region could control the Silk Road, secure Black Sea trade routes, and fortify their eastern frontier. But this wasn't empty land. The Caucasus was home to ancient, sophisticated kingdoms like Colchis, Iberia, Armenia, and Caucasian Albania. They were not easily conquered. In 66-65 BC, the Roman general Pompey the Great launched his campaign into the Caucasus after defeating Mithridates VI of Pontus, a major rival of Rome. Pompey's legions advanced into Colchis, where they faced minimal resistance. Colchis had once been under Pontic control, but with Mithridates defeated, the region was left vulnerable. The Romans turned it into a client territory and later part of the Roman province of Pontus and Bithynia. It became known in Roman sources as Lazica. Roman military camps were established along the coast, especially near Phasis, modern-day city of Parthia. Pompey marched into Iberia ruled by King Artaxerxes. At first, Artaxerxes had promised alliance with Rome, but Pompey intercepted correspondence showing that Artaxerxes was secretly preparing for war. In spring 65 BC, Rome struck first. Pompey crossed the Cura River and launched a lightning campaign into Iberia. Artaxerxes led a force into the Aragvi Valley, engaging the Romans in a series of ambushes in the forests and mountains. Despite their knowledge of the terrain, the Iberians were defeated. Artaxerxes fled to the mountains but later surrendered, offering hostages, including members of his own royal family, and pledging allegiance to Rome. The region was not annexed but became a vassal kingdom, paying tribute and aligning with Roman interests against Parthia. Pompey then turned east towards Caucasian Albania, ruled by King Oroesis, sometimes called Oris. Initially friendly, Oroesis later rebelled. In winter 65 BC, despite heavy snowfall, Pompey advanced through the Caspian Gates, possibly the Derban Pass, into Albanian territory. The Albanians fought fiercely using guerrilla tactics in the mountain passes. Major battles were fought near the Cyrus River, with heavy Albanian casualties. Eventually, Oroesis submitted and was forced into a Roman alliance. Armenia was at that time the most powerful and contested kingdom in the Caucasus. It lay between Roman-controlled Asia Minor and the Parthian Empire. Its king, Tigranes the Great, had allied with Mithridates VI and expanded Armenia into a regional empire. Pompey invaded Armenia in 66 BC, and Tigranes surrendered without battle. He agreed to become a Roman client king, retaining his throne in exchange for tribute and political alignment. But Armenia's loyalty was always uncertain. During the Roman-Parthian War, Armenia frequently switched sides. Emperors like Nero and Trajan would later send legions to install or remove Armenian kings. For centuries, Rome and Parthia fought over control of this key buffer state. Under Emperor Trajan, Rome temporarily annexed Armenia and even reached into northern Mesopotamia. But these gains were reversed after his death. Armenia remained a diplomatic battlefield between East and West until its Christianization in the 4th century. Despite the initial conquests, Rome never fully annexed the Caucasus. Instead, they developed a network of client kingdoms, backed by military outposts, trade routes, and diplomacy. Roman influence can be seen in forts and roads in Lazica. Roman-style coins minted in Iberia, diplomatic embassies from Caucasian Albania to Rome, ongoing military presence during the Byzantine period, especially in Lazica during the Lazic War. The Roman conquest of the Caucasus wasn't like Gaul or Egypt. It was subtle, complex, and contested. It involved diplomacy, betrayal, and the first resistance of mountain kingdoms. Colchis, Iberia, Armenia, and Albania did not disappear into the Roman Empire. They endured, sometimes bowing, sometimes defying. Their kings played the world's two greatest empires against each other and maintained their identities through centuries of pressure. In the end, the legions came and went, but the Caucasus remained free in spirit. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our growing channel. Your support means a lot and helps us create more educational content. See you in the next episode.